Hello everyone! Do you know how to create the atmosphere of a good movie? First, you need a talented director, a cameraman and a scriptwriter, and some great actors to do their best. But then what? Turns out that the production of the film doesn't end here, because it has to go through the sound department first, not only to dub the voices of the protagonists when necessary, but to give sound to the objects. After all, the microphones that record the speech of actors can't record, for example, the sounds of a busy street or the sound of horse hooves, otherwise it'd be a terrible disaster. That's why sound recording experts, also known as Foley artists, come to the aid of the film industry and do their magic. These are the tools of these guys: a device to watch the film already shot, a good microphone, and their imagination. So in today's video, we'll show you the incredible way sound effects are made in movies. Hi everyone! Have you ever thought about what happens with your body, senses, and mind while you're sleeping? Many of you will say that all the parts of our bodies are resting, regaining strength, and so on. Of course, it's true, but it's just not that simple. Some of you might think about snoring. But this is not the only curious and funny thing that happens while we're asleep. We really wanted to know more about it, so today we're going to tell you some interesting, useful, and even terrifying things that'll happen to us while we're sleeping. Let's get it on. Falling. Most likely you've had a sudden feeling of falling that wakes you up when you're trying to fall asleep. Actually, it's not a dream about falling down as you might think, it's a physical sensation together with a hallucination. Don't giggle, it's not what you're thinking about. It's just a brain reaction to a wrong perception of the data. You have this falling sensation because your brain is already asleep, while your body is still awake. It happens sometimes when you're exhausted or you've had a stressful day, or you just haven't slept in 2 days. In this case, the brain doesn't awake your body and falls asleep as soon as you touch the pillow. By the way, there's another syndrome caused by fatigue known as the exploding head syndrome. It's when you suddenly wake up.
Hello, Infographics fans. Once more, we're here to... We talked about what happens when you die, a show that proved to be very... It's another beautiful day in the neighborhood, you think to yourself as you wake up and peer outside. The sun is shining, the birds are, well, squawking because you live near the beach, which means you only ever see seagulls. Strange, you swear you remember there being more species of birds than just seagulls, hawks, doves, and one foul-mouthed parrot. Whatever. You push those strange bird thoughts aside and put on your best Mr. Rogers sweater, then hop outside and get to work. Stuck in a traffic jam longer than for 30 seconds. Golly, your life sure is convenient, you think to yourself. As you're driving along, you tune to your favorite radio station, Radio Los Santos. Sure, they only play like the same 15 songs, but hey, they're pretty good songs. Cruising along, you're making good time when suddenly a brand new Formula One race car comes roaring down the road behind you, blasting by you at over 100 miles an hour, and chasing the super race